Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an unstuffing and bill condensing where I go through each one of my envelopes and unstuff things that I have spent on my card so that I can put those back in the bank. I also take out some money from my envelopes once they reach $100, and then I put that into my high yield savings account to earn some interest. And then with the money I unstuff, I will condense my envelopes just so that there are less bills in there, and then just to keep my envelopes from getting overstuffed. So I'm going to start with my unstuffing. I have my sheet here that I created myself, and I just wrote down anything that I bought online or spent on my card throughout the month. So first I will start with, I'll just do what I'm going to unstuff and put back into the bank. So I'll start with rainy day, and that's in my savings binder. So we're going to take $90 out of there. So right now we have 100, 110, 160, 180, 200, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So we have 250. What I'm going to do, since I have $110 in the bank, I'm going to take out 90 and then put a $200 placeholder, which the placeholders just represent what I have in the bank. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. And I have this $200 placeholder from Jasmine's wallet. So now I still have $250 in here. And that's it for this binder. Now I'm going to my high priority and going to important dates. This one I saved up money because I have family visiting in a few weeks, and so I wanted to have money for that. I'm gonna take $100 out and put into the bank, and then keep $100 just so I can use my card and also use cash for whatever we do. So I think there's 224 in here right now. 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then I have this $100 placeholder from Jasmine's wallet. And so we still have 100, 200, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we still have 224 in there. And that is it for this binder. Lastly, I have my personal binder, and I bought a bunch of press-on nails online, and it was $102. So let me go to beauty. I know I don't have that much in here. So I have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So I need 63 more dollars, which I'm going to take that from spending. And I also have some other purchases on here from spending as well. So 63, and then I'll do plus 17, which I can't remember what I bought on Amazon. I bought something. And then 11, I went to the movies. 20, I bought some coffee. It's like some cold brew coffee in a cold brew container thing. And then 21, I went to a wine tasting, and there was a wine I really liked, so I got that. And then 17, I did the other day I went to Wingstop because it was National Wing Day, so they had a really good deal. So I did that. So that will be, I need $149, and that doesn't include this money here. And I just realized I didn't update my tracker. So this is at 0 now. I wonder, I might just wipe this off. Well, no, I'll just put it. Let me leave that out for a second to dry. And then for spending, I'm taking out 149. So let's see. That's 100, 20, 40, and I'll do 150 and then put $1 back. So let's see. So now we should have $34 in here. So 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this was the money I pulled from Beauty. Put that over here. So we finished the unstuffing portion. So I'm going to count this money to make sure I have the correct amount. It should be $378. And that is the correct amount. So now I'm going to switch my sheets here, and I have my sinking fund update where I like to just keep track of what I have in my envelopes and compare it to what I had last month. And I got this sheet from the Traditional Dollar. So as I go through my condensing, I'm also going to update this. First, I'm going to start with my Saving Sunday binder. I don't have that on this sheet because this is like a revolving thing, but there's one envelope in here that I need to condense. It's this one here. So there's 20, 40, 50. And so there's still 255 in here. All the other ones in here are already condensed. I checked already. And I usually will also do my mini Monday, but those are also already condensed. And then I'm going to go back to my savings binder, which I think I condensed everything in here already. Bank buffer is at 500 and that's fully funded. Emergency, that's at 0 still. Month ahead's at 0. A lot of these are new ones that I added in here, so they're at 0. Rainy day, I did take some money out of here, so this is at 250 now, and it was at 450. So I'm trying to build this back up. And then taxes, that's empty. And then work is fully funded at $50. I don't need a calculator. So this is 800. So that means we took out 200 from here. Next, for my sinking funds, most of these are also empty. I think there's one envelope that has some money in here. So for my annual subscriptions, there's $10 in here. And that is it. The rest of these are empty. Yeah. Which I do want to start building those back up again. But what I'm doing right now is just focusing on what's the next thing. So my next thing is for my Peacock and YouTube Premium. So that's why I'm saving for annual subscriptions right now. All right, so all of the rest of these are at 0. So we added $10. And then I will move on to my high priority. And here, a lot of these are also empty because I'm just focusing on specific envelopes. So for bulk items, we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, which, oh yeah, we have some 50s left. So I'll do that. So there's still 55 in here. And I did buy a bunch of stuff. Was it last month? I think it was in June. So I took out, let's see, $135. And then for gas buffer, that's fully funded at 40. Giving, that's at 0. Grocery, my grocery buffer is fully funded at 50. Households at 0. Important dates, which I just did this one, but I can't remember. It was 2/24. And let me just see if I can condense this. We don't have any hundreds. So we'll do that. So yeah, no, I can't condense anything. And then the rest of these are empty except unexpected expenses. But this one I don't condense because I just use it to supplement some of my other envelopes if I need to. So there's 50 in here. And let me just see, because sometimes there's like crusty bills. So I use this opportunity to get some crisper bills. So then this should have 50, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So here we have $419, which means we added $29. Moving on to my personal binder. I just emptied out beauty, so that's at 0 now. Fitness is at 0. Fun is 0. Hobbies is 0. For spending, it is at 34. So this is still at 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then technology is at 0. Travel, I went on my trip, so I emptied that out, so it's at 0 now. And then wardrobe is still at 0. So we have $34 in here. So that was a huge change, which obviously I went on my trip, so that was where a lot of the money went. So we took out $645. The last binder I have is for Archie. And his boarding is fully funded at $200. Dog meds is at 10. Food and treats is at 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then grooming is empty. JVM is empty. Other pet care, I think, is still at 50. Let's see. Yep. Petco is empty, and then the vet is at 90. So we're at $368. So that means it was a positive change of 168. And what I like to do as well is just keep track of all of my binders. So I'm going to add them all up. So we're at $1,631. So that means we took out $688 from last month. The last thing I'm going to do is just count this money to make sure I still have $378. And that is the correct amount. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.